Now I think we need to have a moment of silence for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm sure the apostle had Cleveland sports fans in mind when he wrote, "Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." Next year in Jerusalem. So how are you? Good, I'm glad that you're good. It's been an eventful year for our synod, for your congregations, for our church. The economy really was I don't know if it's a roller coaster in northeastern Ohio. It's mostly down. We are the state that's most affected after Detroit by the auto industry. And I know in a lot of our congregations, the uncertainty of the economy, the reality of home foreclosures, of people being laid off has been very difficult. And living with that uncertainty has not been easy either. We have suffered in the Synod because of the economic downturn, and even though we've been told that the recovery is now over and Wall Street is looking better, we're one of the lagging indicators, I would say, here in northeastern Ohio. And there's also no denying that the actions of the 2009 Churchwide Assembly regarding human sexuality have also been difficult for many of our congregations, many of our members, for the Synod and across the church. To be sure, there are many in the church who celebrate those actions and find this to be a way to include and welcome even more people to the church. But for a lot of us in this Synod, this has been a very difficult time. And we've faced this in the Synod. We're looking at first at a projected $400,000 reduction in mission support in 2010-2011 as opposed to last year. That has necessitated cuts which were voluntarily sought by your Synod staff of 20% in time and also in compensation. We all decided to take a cut so that no one would lose a job, because in some cases we have spouses who are facing reduced hours in their own work, and this is where we can have medical benefits. I am deeply grateful to our staff who do show up to work every day, no matter how difficult this has been, and really do find this to be a ministry and a call to serve God by serving all of you. They are incredibly committed, faithful, cheerful, quirky sense of humor, wonderful people who really want to do the work of the Lord, even if it means doing the same or even more with fewer resources and less time. Please keep them in your prayers. We've also seen congregations who have taken first and second votes to disaffiliate with the ELCA. In our Synod, we have 4 congregations who have either completed that process or will pretty soon. First English in Mansfield, First in Barberton, St. Michael in Mifflin, and Greenford, which is scheduling their second vote either at the end of this month or in June. We set up a consultation process with them where I and one of my assistants would meet with the church council. We would have a chance also to go and talk to the congregation to explain what exactly happened in 2009, and also to explain what the ramifications, and also help them to understand what steps they would need to take to make this transition as gracefully as possible. We will miss these brothers and sisters who have been part of this Synod and its predecessors, in some cases for over 150, 160, 170 years. It's difficult. We understand in baptism we are all still members of the body of Christ, but there's no denying that this has been a difficult and painful separation. Across the ELCA, where we have over 10,000 congregations, 122 congregations to date have taken first and second votes to disaffiliate with the ELCA. So the pain and the disruption that we're experiencing in our Synod is being felt across the church, though not every Synod has had congregations go through this process yet. This means also that mission support, when it's less to us, it's less to our partner ministries across the church. Dr. Gameches Buba and Pastor Carrasquillo are all people who are serving on your behalf to make sure that the gospel of Jesus Christ is made available to people either in African national strategies, in Dr. Buba's case, or in Latino strategies, in Pastor Carrasquillo's case. Our mission support helps to make that possible. And we need to remember that we get back funding and support from the ELCA. This year we received $186,000 in grants from Evangelical Outreach and Congregational Mission in order for us to expand our ministries with our New Start congregations and our ethnic specific strategies, and congregations that are trying to restart or become more vital in places where it's difficult, but still the gospel needs to be heard. We are partners with the ELCA. It's not just Chicago or church-wide or the ELCA. You get that look on your face, when you start to talk about this. We are the ELCA. It's us. We're the ELCA. And we receive back from the church-wide work. Good. We receive back from the church-wide organization, but then we also know that our mission support is helping congregations in Alaska, Montana, the Caribbean, the Dakotas, all across the church. We are supporting ministries so that they can do the ministry that God has called them to do for us on our behalf someplace else in the country. And they're counting on and trusting us to do the ministry in this place here. When we redirect or withhold mission support, it has an immediate effect on the work that we can do together. And there's really no way that we in Northeastern Ohio can start up mission congregations in Montana, so we have to depend on each other to do these things. One thing I would say, I know that there are congregations and individuals who, as a matter of conscience, feel that they can no longer contribute to the ELCA or to the Synod and are redirecting funds. I would urge you, though, still to redirect your funds to Lutheran Disaster Response, or the World Hunger Appeal, or now the Lutheran Malaria Initiative. If you mark it, especially with disaster response, as Haiti relief, 100% of your contribution will go to Haiti relief. Nothing will go to the ELCA. The infrastructure for disaster response will be met by the regular giving of members. None of your money will go to the ELCA. It will go directly to helping people who need help. So please consider that when you're making decisions about redirecting or withholding. And certainly our camps, our campus ministries, our seminaries, our colleges, all can use this help. Some people indicated that they were going to be giving to those organizations. You're not. I checked. The church is helping me check. We can use support in all of those places. A word about the Malaria Initiative. Where's Pastor Ulstead? Is she? I can't see. There she is, back here, very good. Pastor Ulstead is the chair of our Global Missions Committee. And if you have more questions about the Malaria Initiative, you can certainly speak to her. But this is something that the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation said that needs to happen. And they looked around the world at an institution or an agency that could deliver effective relief, and they looked at the Lutheran Church. They looked at the ELCA as well as the Missouri Synod and said that the Lutheran World Relief, that we are the ones who are effective. That we are known throughout the world as people who will deliver, that there's no graft, there's no crazy overhead, but that we deliver what people need. And the Gates Foundation said we will partner with the Lutherans and the United Nations to see if we can eradicate malaria from sub-Saharan Africa in at least the next 10 years. This is a huge